Namaskar. Honorable External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar ji, Executive Director of FECC Shri Vijay Chauthaiwale ji, members of the Advisory Board of FECC Shri Baba Kalyani ji, Shri Adil Zainul Bhai, Shri Cyril Shroff, distinguished ministers, excellencies, industry leaders, members of the diplomatic corps and global partners. As chief patron of FECC, it is my personal privilege to welcome you to Mumbai for Global Economic Cooperation 2026. We meet at a time when the global order is recalibrating. The data tells the story clearly. Global trade growth is undergoing a major upheaval. Supply chains are reorganizing. Strategic sectors, semiconductors, energy, food, rare earth, AI are now embedded in national security doctrines. Capital flows are increasingly guided by geopolitical alignment, not just returns. This is the era of economic statecraft, and in this era, India's rise is not accidental, it is structural. At this pivotal moment in global economic restructuring, India's clarity and confidence are anchored in the leadership of our Honorable Prime Minister, Shri Narendra Modi ji. Under his guidance, India has transitioned from being seen merely a large market to being recognized as a decisive global growth engine and a credible strategic partner. Whether through the G20 presidency, the articulation of the IMEC economic corridor, the championing of digital public infrastructure, or positioning India as the voice of the global South. His leadership has ensured that India is actively shaping the new economic order. I am particularly pleased that our Honorable External Affairs Minister, Dr. S. Jaishankar, is present with us today. In an era where diplomacy and economics are inseparable, his stewardship has strengthened India's strategic autonomy while deepening trusted partnerships across continents. His articulation of a multipolar, more balanced world order is backed by sustained engagement, calibrated positioning, and the building of durable alliances that enhance India's economic and geopolitical space. The results are visible. India has successfully concluded high-quality FTAs in recent years, including the recent UK, EU, and almost certain US agreements. These agreements are strategic frameworks that integrate supply chains, capital flows, technology exchange, and mobility of talent. And it is therefore no surprise that India today is the world's fastest growing major economy, the fourth largest economy on the track to become third largest, the world's largest digital public infrastructure platform, largest talented human capital, and a voice of global South. India's growth is occurring in a world shifting from hyper-globalization to calibrated interdependence. Management, and policy books need to be aligned because the future, the way I see to it, will be about trusted globalization. And this is where Maharashtra becomes strategically relevant. Let me put Maharashtra in perspective. It contributes approximately 14 to 15% of India's GDP. India's largest recipient of FDI inflows accounts for nearly 20% of India's industrial output, handles over 60% of India's container volume through western ports, home to Mumbai, India's financial, commercial, and entertainment capital. The combined market cap of the companies listed in Mumbai runs into trillions of dollars. If India is a growth story, Maharashtra is its primary balance sheet. And Mumbai is its gateway to global capital. History shows that economic corridors shape geopolitical influence, from the Silk Route to the Suez Canal, from Atlantic trade lanes to the Pacific supply chain grid. Connectivity has always determined power. Today, we are witnessing the emergence of the India, Middle East, Europe Economic Corridor, IMEC, expanded Indo-Pacific maritime frameworks, reconfigured supply chains linking South Asia, ASEAN, Africa, and Europe. Maharashtra sits at the heart of the Western Indian Ocean arc. With Jawaharlal Nehru Port Authority, India's largest container port, Navi Mumbai International Airport, proposed Vadhavan Port, which will be completed by 2029 and will be one of the world's largest port, dedicated freight corridors, industrial townships linked to the ports. Mumbai is geographically positioned to be the western anchor of IMEC. This is not symbolic, it is logistical, financial, and strategic. Global manufacturers are diversifying supply chains. The shift is measurable. Electronics manufacturing in India has expanded significantly over past decade. EV manufacturing investments are accelerating. Green hydrogen policies are attracting industrial capital. Maharashtra is leading in EV manufacturing clusters, advanced chemistry cell battery plants, electronics and semiconductor supply chains, pharma and biotech exports, defense and aerospace manufacturing. We are competing on reliability, rule of law, and scale. It is no longer just about cost. In a world of geopolitical tension, financial resilience becomes critical. Mumbai hosts the Reserve Bank of India, the Bombay Stock Exchange, the National Stock Exchange, the NPCI. Major domestic and international banks are rapidly expanding fintech ecosystem. India's capital markets have deepened significantly. Domestic institutional capital is growing. Retail participation has expanded dramatically. This creates financial shock absorption capacity. We are now expanding municipal bond financing, infrastructure investment trusts, green bonds, sovereign fund partnerships, infrastructure, logistics, renewable energy, digital infrastructure. These are durable assets in volatile times. A critical theme in this forum is Western Indian Ocean Corridor. Africa is projected to be home to nearly a quarter of the global population by mid-century. Energy routes through the Arabian Sea remains globally vital. Food and fertilizer security depend on stable maritime logistics. Mumbai has centuries-old commercial ties with East Africa and the Gulf. Today, we are expanding cooperation in port management, blue economy projects, renewable energy, capacity building, fintech inclusion. Economic cooperation in this region enhances strategic stability. Artificial intelligence and emerging technologies are reshaping power equations. The countries that will lead are those that combine innovation ecosystems, data governance, semiconductor supply chains, skilled talent pools. India has demonstrated how digital public infrastructure can scale inclusion at population scale. Maharashtra is building AI innovation parks, data center clusters, skill universities aligned to advanced manufacturing, public-private innovation partnerships. Technology must be trusted. Supply chains must be transparent and governance must be democratic. This is the model India offers. Climate vulnerability is now a geopolitical factor. Energy transitions are altering trade flows. Green hydrogen corridors are emerging. Carbon border mechanisms are reshaping exports. Maharashtra is investing heavily in utility scale solar, offshore wind potential, green mobility, circular economy models, climate resilient urban infrastructure. Growth without sustainability will not attract long-term capital. Climate responsibility is now part of economic diplomacy. Economic sovereignty does not mean self-containment. It means diversified trade relationships, domestic manufacturing capability, energy security, financial depth, technological capacity. India's approach is clear: strategic autonomy with cooperative engagement, and Maharashtra's approach mirrors that principle. We seek partners, but we seek enduring partnership, not transactional ones. To the sovereign funds from the Middle East and the world, to the institutional investors from Europe and North America, to the development banks, to the African and ASEAN partners, to the Indo-Pacific democracies, Mumbai is open. Maharashtra is stable. India is rising. We are building a $1 trillion state economy. We are investing massively in infrastructure, logistics, digital ecosystems, and sustainable industry. We are aligning economic growth with geopolitical stability. Let me conclude with 3 propositions. 1, the future global order will be corridor-driven. Maharashtra is prepared to anchor the western node of that order. 2, financial resilience will define influence. Mumbai offers depth, regulation, transparency, and scale. 3, in a multipolar world, trusted partnerships will outperform ideological blocks. India offers trust. This conference is a platform to architect the next framework of cooperation. From Mumbai, a city built on maritime trade, entrepreneurial spirit, and global engagement, let us shape an economic order that is resilient, inclusive, and strategically stable. The multipolar world is not a risk. If designed well, it is an opportunity, and Maharashtra stands ready to help design it. Thank you. Jai Hind, Jai Maharashtra.